Oh, I've been waking up under blades, blue blossom days. If only Damocles would hit me back. No alabaster carvings or faces on a farthing would prevent my head from fading to black. And it feels like falling into the sea from outer space in seconds to me. And I play discordant days on repeat until they look like harmony. When the river runs dry and the curtain is cold, how will I know if I can't see the bottom? Come up for air and choke on it all. No one else knows that I've got a problem. What if I can't get up and stand tall? What if the diamond days are all gone? And who will I be when the empire falls? Wake up alone and I'll be forgotten. Well, I know I should be touring. I know these chords are boring, but I can't always be killing the game. No golden grand pianos or voices from the shadows will do anything but feel the same. And it feels like falling into the deep from somewhere way up over the peaks. And I play discordant days on repeat until the tape runs out on me. When the river runs dry and the curtain is cold, how will I know if I can't see the bottom? Come up for air and choke on it all. No one else knows that I've got a problem. What if I can't get up and stand tall? What if the diamond days are all gone? And who will I be when the empire falls? Wake up alone and I'll be forgotten. Nobody told me I'd be begging for relief when what is silent to you feels like it's screaming to me. Well, nobody told me I'd get tired of myself when it all looks like heaven, but it feels like hell. When the river runs dry and the curtain is cold, how will I know if I can't see the bottom? Come up for air and choke on it all. No one else knows that I've got a problem. What if I can't get up and stand tall? What if the diamond days are all gone? And who will I be when the empire falls? Wake up alone and I'll be forgotten.
Good morning. May the 4th be with you. It's my favorite day of the year. Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Lunar Beats Crypto. We ride the waves of the crypto market all the way to the moon. Yeah, we're just gonna be chilling. Why are we getting dropped frames? I do not understand why we would get dropped frames. I moved my whole desk. And my Wi-Fi booster is technically closer to the router than it was before, but I'm getting dropped frames. %25 dropped frames in the last 2 minutes, a few seconds ago. Let me know if you guys are experiencing any issues. Personally, when I get on my phone and I watch the video, I don't see anything. It's playing just fine. But anyways, how are you guys doing? It's Sunday. It is May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. We're gonna go over the charts, just go over a whole bunch of stuff, and maybe chill. Maybe do some chess. We're just gonna hang out, listen to some music, maybe. I don't know. What kind of music are we vibing today, fam? Nobody's chatting. Where is everybody? We're bullish. Why is everybody quiet? Let's just get over here to the charts. Bright light, bright light. Get over it. Get over it. White charts for the win. White charts for the win. Daily is looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and put horizontal array. This is the level that I've been watching, we've been watching, and got a nice break above it on Thursday. Got a nice break above it on Thursday. Close above, 2 candle closes above this Trump pump high over here. So, yeah, you can't even see. Let me thicken that bad boy up a little bit. There we go. All right. Maybe I need some chunkier candles. Chunkier candles. Chunky candles for the win. Hopefully my internet gets better. I don't understand. I moved the router or the Wi-Fi booster closer, but now I'm getting issues that I wasn't getting when it was further away. So makes no sense to me. Are there more walls in between? I don't know. All right, so yeah, we got above the $95,000 level. Got a nice close above it. Currently getting a back test of that level. We did break out of this consolidation range, and yeah, I'm interested to see what we do here because we do have some relatively equal lows sitting here, which is why I have an alert set for just below those equal lows. I'm interested to see if we will take those out or not, because they're not exactly equal lows. They're relatively equal lows, all of these lows in here, but all I see is just giant wicks. Yeah, just giant wicks on the bottom side. Giant wicks. This indicates heavy buying pressure. So we get a break above the highs here. Man, can you even see that? Let me. Hello? Am I live? Because they're not exactly. Yeah, you can see the wicks. Okay. Just making sure because you can't really see it on the Streamlabs video share. I might have to change the coloring on this lighting. It's got me looking a little weird. Of course, I've got some weird sunspots going on because I work outside and I'm around pool water and light decks, concrete all day. So the sun's just like constantly beaming up. So it gives me, and especially if I'm wearing sunglasses all day, it gives me these weird like sunspots all around my eyes because my sunglasses are blocking out the sun, but it's like the sun reflects onto my cheeks and it gives me these weird, so you can see it right here, get like these sunspots. Anyways, let's make this a vibe. Let's make this a vibe. Let's do, I'll continue with the sleep token. But I've got to turn them down in my headphones so that I can actually think. Hopefully you can hear the music. There we go. What's good, Catalyst Plays? Hope you're doing well this Sunday. May the 4th be with you. Well, all right, so yeah. Taking a look here, we do have this daily fair value gap right here. I think I see why people play music that doesn't have lyrics, because I can't think and talk at the same time. How about bro, do you think it's good to look at altcoins right now? Nope. Lo-fi, hip-hop, mix, I guess. Just do some lo-fi in the background. Oh, I like this one. I actually know this song. All right. I mean, start DCA? No. Because here's the thing. And this is where people get well, it depends on who you are, your strategy, if you bought a while ago or not. Because for me personally, no, I don't want to buy anything that's at a discount. Because for me, a discount equals weakness. I can't weakness count equals weakness. So I prefer to buy, especially when it comes to alts, stuff that I prefer to buy when they are showing some kind of strength. And we can take a look. Actually, if we just go to the altcoin market itself, you know, we could see it has not broken the high, the internal range high, the same one the Bitcoin has broken. Bitcoin has broken that high. Which chart was I on? It doesn't really matter, the Bybit chart. But Bitcoin has broken the internal high that it needed to, and it's broken this one too. It broke this one with some nice force, and then it's broken this one as well. So Bitcoin is showing strength. The altcoins, they still have work to do. Generally speaking, they still have work to do. And honestly, there's very few alts out there, in my opinion, that are even worth considering buying right now, that are actually showing some type of strength. Because most alts out there right now, especially Ethereum, parallel altcoins, layer twos, stuff like that, that have revisited their 2022 lows. Some of them have even taken out their 2022 lows. Why would you be buying these? Because, in my opinion, it is not sound investment to buy stuff that is showing so much weakness. Because people treat assets, digital assets, stocks, and I learned this thought process from The Best Loser Wins. Great book, highly recommend. And that is, what is considered a discount is actually weakness in that asset. So it's like, okay, this thing is super cheap, so let's buy it. Well, this isn't your grocery store, or this isn't Walmart, right? You're not buying goods at a discount to hope that they appreciate in value. It's different. You want them to appreciate in value, so you want them to kind of be at more of a premium, because that shows that people are interested, or that the company, if it's a stock, or that the project actually has something going for it, if it actually is showing some type of strength. That's one of the biggest issues with crypto, is how you value it. What is the valuation process for crypto other than pure trading speculation? Because the value prop is just promises. This is what this crypto is going to do. This is our goal. This is what we think. This is what we wanted to do, and all of this stuff. It's like there's no track record of use case, of utility, or anything like that. So for me personally, I'm not gonna buy something just because it's cheap. I want to see strength. I want to see promise. I want to see potential. And if I go over and I take a look at optimism, let's just go to the weekly chart. We're back below October lows, or we dipped below October lows. Now, looking at this as a trader, I'm like, great. We came to the bottom of the range. We swept the top of the range. Now we swept the bottom of the range. We should come up and revisit at least somewhere in here. Potentially, but how do I know? I need to see some strength. I need to see higher highs, higher lows. That's a 50% retracement. Let's take it off a log so it looks a little more natural. But yeah, I like, why would I buy this? Just because it's cheap? When it comes to investing, it's not financial advice. You want to try and be more long term. I know people love crypto because of the volatility and the get rich quick thought process of many crypto participants, but it's just not realistic. There are outliers where people will just throw $500 into a meme coin and become millionaires. But most of us aren't going to have that happen. So we've got to be thoughtful. We got to think about our investments. And, just don't want to put money into stuff just because maybe it'll be something big. Maybe. Very big maybe. I mean, I understand most of crypto is a gamble because it's such a nascent asset class. Hardly anybody's actually using them. Any crypto. outside of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's actually being used now. Okay, Bitcoin's actually, especially by institutions, it's actually being used and being put into like 401ks and other retirement funds. And but what else is at the moment? Really nothing. And really, there's only 5 cryptos that I know of that have that type of institutional involvement and potential. And it's because they were listed by the President of the United States. That's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and Cardano. I'm pretty sure those were the only ones he actually listed to be part of the crypto reserve. Now, there supposedly will be more added to that. But I mean, just look at the list. Hold on. This is made in America. This is just made in America. Let's go to the Coinbase list. I mean, there's 200 something. Look at, I mean, what do you want to invest in? Which one of these do you want to invest in? Which one do you want to put your hard-earned money into? How do you know this FX is better than this AXS? How do you know that this TIA is better than this Atom? How much do you know about crypto? What kind of communities do all of these have? Just think about everything that goes into the valuation, or would have to go into the valuation of a crypto. Did I just see something up 38%? ABT? Arc block? What I do, bro? Do you think it's a good time to look? I mean, to start DCA. I mean, yeah. Bought H bar at the bounce from the lows, and I'm starting to think to add again, big time. H bar is something that I do personally own, so I am biased on that. However, this is why I also said towards the beginning of my explainer to your question. Where's my... It also depends on how long you've been in it. How long, like, were you investing down here and you're looking to add to your position? I mean, I think that is better, especially if you've already taken, if you took some profit off of this pump here. I still just, I don't know, man. I want to see some strength. Now, H bar actually has put in a higher high, potentially could put in a higher low, but it has not taken out this swing high here. So, well, I mean, it took it out, but it hasn't closed above it. So, I would personally want to see it close above 20 cents. And then I would look for a pullback to reinvest. Ride the trend. Ride the trend. The trend is your friend. If it is moving to the upside, sure, and we're breaking highs, sure, let's add here. Push up, pull back, add here. And as you're adding, you're trailing a stop below. That way, you're not losing any money. As you're adding to your position, you're trailing your stop and just riding the wave. And that's what we do here at Lunar Beach Cryptos. Just we ride the waves. And right now, the wave has been to the downside. And we just need to be patient and approach these markets with extreme caution. Do I think H-bar has a lot of promise? Absolutely. It's one of the few that I do actually think has a lot of promise because of its links, its partnerships, its real world asset use case. I like H bar a lot. I've liked H bar for 4 years now. CRV I like a lot because of the altcoin play. So this is what I'm looking at on CRV. Now it did come down and took out its 2020 lows, but then it came up, took out its highs, and this is potentially accumulation, manipulation, and then distribution to the upside. But I really like CRV, especially considering the stable coin narrative. So when you look into CRV's fundamentals, its tokenomics, its locking period, all of that stuff, and know what it has to offer when it comes to stablecoins, I'm actually surprised there's not more people on CRV, but also like Link because of its potential, or because of its partnership rather with Swift. So that is something real and tangible that it can be used for. So yeah, OP beat the F up because base. Yep. I only hold H bar currently in spot and some leverage on XLM and Algo. Don't know about Algo, fam, to be perfectly honest. What's going on, LJ? What's going on, All Set? BC Port Corp, what it do, what it do. VRA is my 100x dream coin. As long as you have allocated only enough money to not lose your mind if it goes to zero, then Alexandra G. What's going on, Mod Queen? Thank you for being here. I do appreciate you. I like the way your lips move when you say Billy. What's going on, Crypto Billy? Thank you for being here, brother. I appreciate you so much. Shout out to everybody in the chat. But yeah, BTC, ETH, Sol, XRP, ADA. Yeah, those are the 5 that were listed. So I know for sure, or maybe not for sure, but better than most of these coins. I need to thicken that up so you can see that. What was I saying? Oh, those coins in particular, I actually show some strength. We can take a look at it. Let's just do Sol USD. What is Solana looking like? Let's go to the weekly. This is Coinbase. Let's get some more history on here. Binance. All right. So sweep of the low of the consolidation range. Let's see here. We've got this is just trapped buyers right here. So I know that we have trapped buyers up here. Now we have trapped sellers down here. Now do we run to the upside to take out the trapped buyers? I do a lot of chart moving around stuff. Sitting on top of that value area high, that's looking good. Let's go from the bear market bottom. We did get a break above and a close above on the weekly last week, above that value area high. So let's take this range, see how we're looking. We are above the point of control, so that's looking good for Solana. 168.75 is the next target to the upside. Value area low sits at about 124.50. Let's go to the daily. Let's get rid of all this. Wish I had a trailing stop for Metis. Yeah. Gotta have those trailing stops, fam. All right, so right here, high volume node here at 139. And then the point of control at 133. So if we do see some, I'm kind of leaning towards, hold on. Let's get, I know I'm a little chaotic, but that's how I do things, okay? That's how my brain works. Alt 3, total 2, total hasn't gotten above that high either, but Bitcoin has. So this might, I don't know. It all depends on what old bitty boy is going to be doing. Now, if Bitcoin decides to have a sideways week, we got a mostly sideways week this past week, like I assumed we would. Then we got the big push up, then the pullback. So if Bitcoin continues to climb higher this week, maybe potentially even finishing off a 5-wave impulse to the upside. If it does that, then alts will likely move with it, but they will still continue to probably be sideways. I am waiting for Bitcoin to wrap up its impulsive move and to get a big correction, because once Bitcoin goes into that big correction and it starts to trend more sideways, that tends to be when your altcoins will move to the upside. As Bitcoin is moving sideways and consolidating, that is when your altcoins tend to try and catch up with Bitcoin. So I imagine within the next week or two, we will see the altcoins start to get moving again. So just be patient. Just got to be patient. Let the market prove itself before we get a little too crazy. Lots of upper wicks here on our altcoin market. So got to be careful to not get a rollover here. So that's why I'm saying, like, just buy strength. Just wait for the market to prove itself. Right now, very few cryptos have taken out any significant levels. Pudgy penguins. Cute and pudgy. This thing's been shooting up. What even is this? What even is a meme coin? Probably. Seeing as how it's called Pudgy Penguins. Excellent. I'm taking the ad because I see potential inverted head and shoulders on the daily, because last cycle it did the same thing. Which one are we talking about? Are we talking about H-bar again? It is Binance. Okay. Yeah. Let me see. Is there... Lee. I wonder if I'm allergic to something on this microphone, because I wonder if this thing that I put on it. Hello. Thank you. KuCoin. Hey. Nope. Well, maybe, yeah. So there's more history. Hedera. I feel like I had more history on. No, where's my. Oh, I actually don't. KuCoin. 2021. HTX. Oh, there we go. 2020. So it did the same thing last cycle. I'm trying to see what you're talking about. Trying to find it. Crypto? Crypto. Let's just do this. Crypto. I should have all the history. Yep. Sorry. All right. So, I mean, obviously, this is showing, to me, this is strength compared to other altcoins. This is showing more strength in it. I mean, the same thing with the CRV, Litecoin, even showing some strength in here. But as soon as you go over, I mean, Link, even showing some strength in here. And, but, you know, as soon as you go over to Coinbase and you go, like, look at DOT, didn't take out that high and set a new low. SHIB didn't take out the high. Doge, maybe showing some strength. I mean, ICP. See, there's a range. You take the lows, and then you should take the highs. But the problem is that most of these, in my opinion, I said this like 2 years ago, is that I don't think, as I was going through all of the altcoins, I was like, man, I don't know. I think that I think they might just do basic retraces and not even set new all-time highs. Most of these coins will not set new all-time highs. I mean, just think about it. Let's see. This, what is this? Filecoin. So Filecoin is sitting at 263. Okay. Let's just go from, well, let's just go from the bottom. Let's just do a 50% retracement. I mean, you're looking at a 5600, 56x, 56x just on a 50% retracement. Now, I don't even know if it'll get there. But you're also looking at a 12x, 13x, just if it gets back to the 0.114. It's crazy. I need something that has, let's look at Bitcoin. Let's go to the past on Bitcoin. Essentially, this is what I'm thinking for most altcoins. It's just a retrace, and then they're gonna falter and die. That's what I'm looking for on most of these altcoins. Yes, most. Let's just do this. So we want to try and find some, comparable stuff, some old patterns potentially from like old, like Bitcoin. Take a look at this. See if we can find stuff that looks similar in price action to today's stuff. Now we can see we do have this fall down here. The move to the upside, creak down, pop up, push down, creak down, push up, pop down. Now this didn't have as much of a dramatic push down in it, but we can see what happened afterwards as it went rampaging to the upside. Now, I don't know if Origin Trail is going to do the exact same thing. This actually goes against my argument, funny enough. Because it would suggest that we've already done this push up and the push down, the retrace to the lows. Interesting. Come back down into the demand. Have we come back down into demand yet? So maybe could see some lower here on Origin Trail. But yeah. Essentially, that's what I would be looking for. That's what I try to find price action that's older historically that we could see in today's price action. Because you want to, something that doesn't change is pretty much is human emotion, human psychology, market psychology. And that's what all of this price action is essentially based off of. Most of it, I should say. Not all, but most. Need stuff with some history, man. Just nothing has history. Look at this. Audius has done nothing but die. You all still there? 0 concurrent viewers. What happened? Did my stream die? Put a 1 in chat if the stream is fine for you. Put a 2 in chat if you're still here. Says I have no concurrent viewers. Bitcoin. So, I imagine within the next week or two, we will see the altcoins start to get moving again. So, just be patient. Just got to be patient. Let the market prove itself before we get a little too crazy. Sellers down here, a roll over here. So that's why I'm saying, like, just. Wow. What is going on with my stream? Buy strength. Just went. Budget penguins. Did we like have a what is going on? Really need. I assume we went through some type of buffering for a little while, and that's why so many people dropped out. Hello? Did something happen to my stream? Did my stream die? Sideways. A dare. More history. This is bong. I don't know what's going on. But I'm afternoon chat, didn't see you there. What's going on, Bandage? I'm confused. I don't know if my stream is still anyways. So yeah, I'll just keep on chugging along. By the way, guys, I do intend to do a full trading course here soon. Working with my partner in crime, ChatGPT, to put together a full trading course, a full checklist, so I can make sure I hit everything that I want to hit. I'm going to do like a long version that might be a couple 2-3 hours. I don't know how long it's going to take to do it, but 1-2-3 hours. But it's going to be a trading course for beginners, from beginning to placing your first setup and going over all kinds of stuff. And then I will take each section of the big video, and each section is going to be its own static video, so that, and I'll put timestamps on the big video so you can easily just go through stuff, but also we'll do the static videos, the little cutouts, so that you can just go to certain sections and just watch that. So for instance, if I go over support and resistance or something like that, I'll just throw that I'll just create a video out of, or I'll clip that and then do a support and resistance video. And then, whatever, Fibonacci's, all kinds of stuff, psychology, risk management, like we're going to go over it all. And, yeah. Just gotta find the time to do it. I was gonna do it today, but then it was May the 4th, and I was like, I need to do a stream. But apparently the stream isn't exactly working as intended. At a 5600, 56x. That's where I'm at right now. That's where you guys are at. Is when I said 56x. That was a while ago. That was like 15 minutes ago. Oh, now it's showing I have concurrent viewers. Cool. I don't understand what happened. Stream must have went down for a minute, and I just didn't know. But it was still recording. I don't know. It's weird, man. Numeraire. Let's actually get off of this. Let's do this, and let's just go over. What do we want to go over today, chat? Is there anything? Hold on. I'll just go ahead and ask the chat. Is there anything you guys want me to go over trading wise? Like fair value gaps? Order blocks? Anything? I've got to get this. Got to get this internet figured out. You see my floor? Sure can. I moved the green screen. Oh, that's why. There we go. Office reveal. There it is. All right. Move the Wi-Fi booster, so hopefully that'll help. All right, let's see. Is there anything? You guys aren't saying anything, so I don't know if there's anything you want me to go over. So I'll just go back to Bitcoin and I'll just take a look-see here. Now tonight on Markets After Dark over on the Piper Academy Network, I will be doing Macro Monday, of course, going over all of the macro stuff. I got to put together the weekly this week tonight. My daily show parody that I started. But yeah. Look at that. That's beautiful. We got a close above the December open. It's looking good. It's looking good so far. Looking good. Now the weekly, we close this week, and this is what I was anticipating, because I talked about this and this is exactly why I thought we would have a consolidation week, is because of this right here. It's because I saw us potentially forming a weekly fair value gap. So what this could mean is that the next week we could see Bitcoin come down into that fair value gap this week. Okay? And tap potentially the midpoint, 89K, 89.7750, potentially, maybe even a little bit lower, but it might not even go that low. It just has to come into the fair value gap. That's all that I care about. I want to see us come into the fair value gap, and then on the 15-minute, put in some type of shift in market structure. So this week, that's what I'll be watching for, is a sweep of these lows. Okay, we're already below this consolidation range, the top of this consolidation range right here. swear. There we go. So we're already below that high there. So it's not holding up. So I would look for us to come back down and take out these lows, and those do sit right on top of that fair value gap. We do have an imbalance in here. So I definitely think that we could see some movement down into this fair value gap. And then hopefully we get that shift in market structure to the upside. I love how Alexandra G's putting a 1 in the chat when I asked for a 1 in the chat 15 minutes ago. So yeah, so something like this I could definitely see coming for Bitcoin this week. Just a nice drag down. I would actually prefer it to be kind of slow and methodical like this, because that would indicate that buyers are stepping in and trying to hold up that, or are holding up that price. Now, obviously sellers would be coming in harder and heavier than buyers. However, if it was extremely bad, then it would be more straight line down instead of kind of just choppy down. And then I would look for that push back to the upside. We zoom back out. Let's go to the weekly. Double click. And there you go. So that's what that would look like. So that's kind of what I would expect for this week. This coming week is a little bit of downside, and to come into that weekly fair value gap. That's what I'm looking for out of Bitcoin. Yeah. So yeah, consolidation range, break above it, come back into it. Now that we've come back into it, should come back down, come down, visit this imbalance in here, and then hopefully reverse back to the upside. Ethereum looking like the biggest dog crap I've ever seen in my entire life. Biggest pile of crap I've ever seen. No, it's not the worst I've ever seen, but it's not great. Oh, there we go. Error, YouTube is not receiving enough something. Enough video. I don't understand. Literally, I moved my desk. Look. You're not going to be able to tell, but my desk was right here in the middle of the room. Okay? In the middle. Because I had my green screen over here. Going that way. So I'd pull it down. And this is because I have this nice picture here. It just had to be where I had to put the green screen. But I was tired of my desk being in the middle of the room. So I moved it to this wall right here. That's all I did. And now my router's freaking out. Like, what the heck? I moved my router from where it was maybe 5 feet. I thought my biggest concern was going to be whether or not my green screen holds up, because one of the hooks isn't exactly as stable as I would like it to be. At least it's not as into the wood as this one. This one actually, I was able to go straight into a stud. This one I had to kind of angle into a stud because of the length of the green screen. When I had the green screen over here, it was all along the same board, right? It's all along the same frame. But now that I shifted it, now it's like I had to find another beam to put it on. Oh well. That's the word I was looking for, is beam. Beam me up, Scotty. Wait a minute. I shouldn't say that on May the 4th. Oh no, other Star Wars fans are gonna cancel me. We're in good shape, LBC. Yeah, you say that. You say that. That's funny. As far as I could tell. Well, that's because it's probably done buffered. It says now 70% over the last 2 minutes, so you guys are still kind of way behind me, I think. Because if I... Look. Let me do something here real quick. Let me just put an X here on Ethereum, okay? Let's go to the live. Alright, so live on my phone is me figuring out that the stream is messing up. I have the double screen still on, okay? Double screen is still on. Full trading course here soon. Talking about the full trading course. So you guys are hearing about that now. I'll see what you guys say about that in just a second. So here's X. X marks the spot. It is 11:19 right now for me. Central Time. 12:19 Eastern Time. So we'll see. We'll see when you guys see this. Tell me when you see this, okay? Just tell me when you see that time, okay? And we'll see what time I am at when you see that. So just gonna have to wing it. Just keep going over it. All right, so anticipated us to come out and take out this low. Wasn't really anticipating for Ethereum to come all the way down here, but it did. But it did come down. This is the big range here from this low to this high. And yeah, we've come down and we've swept the bottom of that range. Now it's up to Ethereum to put in the work to come out and take out the top of that range. So we'll see if they can do it or not. Total 2. Already went over that. Still haven't taken out any significant highs. Could see that downside. And with Bitcoin potentially seeing that downside this week, like I was explaining, then that would make all the sense in the world to me. I'll go over all this stuff again tonight during markets after dark. Dixie's barely hanging on to 100. The Euro's trying to hold the highs. If the Euro can hold the highs and continue up, then that would put that Dixie, continue to push the Dixie down. We do have the British pound coming up here, putting in a double top. We do have an imbalance here, so potentially could see that British pound take its time before coming up and sweeping the equal highs here. Could consolidate. That's what it likes. That's what price likes to do. Put in a double top and then kind of consolidate and then break the highs. So be looking for that on the British pound. Failed backtest on USD Canadian dollar. Now that is actually goes against the USD, so that actually makes a lot of sense. Could see that come down as the Dixie potentially moves down further. This is essentially the euro just upside down. I mean, this is what it would look like for the dollar, or for the Canadian dollar versus the dollar, is it's actually going to the upside. USD JPY, same thing. Coming down, taking out lows, sweeping high. Yeah, I don't really like that. For this, we want to see this one come down as well. This has come up into, and then,
Just crazy.
yeah. Check on dot. Sure. It's going to be like 10, 15 minutes before you see me go over dot, but I'll go ahead and do that for you, bro. Yes, you just have to wait like 10 to 15 minutes before the stream will get to it. LOL, but I will do it now. All right. So 11:19, it is now 11:24, and I still have not seen anybody say anything. But dot looking like absolute trash. Let's see if we can get something that's got a lot of more history on it. Let's back this up to the weekly. All right, so big shoot up here. LBC, thanks, brother. Yeah, man. Let's do a fixed range volume profile. All right, so sitting below the point of control of all of dot's history, let's go ahead and just take from the last cycle high to current. All right, so bouncing off the value area low, and we do have that point of control at $6.23 sitting above us. As far as I'm concerned, I wouldn't be buying dot until it got above that point of control. Wouldn't even consider it. It just looks super, super weak to me. And but that's me. I like to buy strength, not weakness, not discounts, because discounts are discounts. They are really just weakness. But we do have some relatively equal highs up here. So, and we did get a sweep of the lows down here. So it has potential. But sitting here on the weekly chart, we still have not taken out any kind of highs. So 477 is going to be that high to the upside that I would like to see dot to start to take out before I would even consider the potential for this to see any kind of upside. So what's going on, Rashad and Kelly? Thank you all. Kelly just woke up. Well, it's time to wake up, Kelly. It's time to wake up. Do have a fair value gap sitting right there on the weekly chart. So it's not that I don't think it won't push to the upside. It's that I need it to prove that it's finished wrapping up its downside before I would consider putting any money into this personally. Especially that point of control is really going to be the main thing. If you can get above that, then it's almost a straight shot. I mean, if we can get above all of this, then all of this should be pretty easy to break through and to come back up to here, to this consolidation range. Now, the question is dot going to put in a new all-time high this current cycle? I think probably not. If I had to guess, probably not. But a retrace is definitely in the cards, and 236 retrace would get you to about $15.75. A 50% retrace, which is what I think most coins will do, is at least a 50%, if not a golden pocket retrace. That is still a significant gain, even if you just wait for it to come above the POC so that you know that it's showing some kind of strength. Just getting to that 236 is 150%. Getting to that 50% retracement, 372%. Getting to that 477%. 7%. Now, if you buy in now, now if you buy in now, 236, 100%, that 50%, 667%, and then that golden pocket about 816%. So you're looking at potentially twice the amount of gains, but is that worth it? To me, I want to see strength first. I would prefer a more probable 400% than a less probable 800%, if that makes sense. Just because there's still the possibility of this thing going lower. And if we take a look, and this is, I'd like to see some strength here. It is funny because you're laughing and I have no idea what you're even laughing at. Actually, I can come over here to the video and see. We're at 11:28 now. You're seeing me go over so something like the fair value gap on Bitcoin and what I'm looking at. Well then, just got to the 15 minutes ago part on my end. You think so? I'm waiting for you. There we go. I'm waiting for y'all to get to a specific point. Then we'll see. By the way, Bandage, you missed the intro to the show. I opened up with Damocles. .btc. Does this look like it's showing strength to you? Because it sure as hell doesn't look like it's showing strength to me. XRP BTC. Okay, now that looks like it's showing strength to me and actually holding up, okay? ETH BTC looks like absolute garbage. But, big but, it's at a demand zone. But if I go to .btc again, it's just straight line down. That does not signal strength to me. Why 5 frames per second? Brother, I wish I knew. Brother, I wish I knew. I'm trying to figure it out. I will get it figured out eventually, but yeah, this doesn't look good. Does not look good. Link. Actually, let's do one. Sol BTC. Show something with some strength. This actually looks like it has some strength, right? It doesn't look absolutely dead. ADA BTC. Whoop. Now this one has had a little bit of a pop-up and is trying to hold and consolidate, and it's not just a straight line down, and it has come down to the 2019, 2020, 2021 lows. It's not putting in new lows. That's the point. Whoops. Link BTC. Link. Not putting in new lows. Kind of showing up. At least it's holding up a little bit. Not the prettiest chart I've ever seen. But we can tell it's at least holding up a little bit compared to, you know, the past. It's not just straight line down from the top, taking out and putting in new lows. Is there anything? Let's see. Let's do Doge BTC. That one's holding. See, this is why I said I kind of liked how Doge was looking. Where's another one that's like straight line down? Let's do file for Filecoin, file BTC, straight line down. See, this is stuff like what? Why would you invest in it? I mean, because of the potential for even bigger gains. I mean, sure, but why? I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't do it. Wow. It's like I moved it to this wall right here. That's all I did. Now I am explaining to you guys the office. That's so funny to me. Maybe 5 feet. I'm explaining my office to you guys right now. I thought my biggest concern was going to be whether or not my green screen holds up, because that's pretty funny. The same board, right? It's all along the same frame. I'm on the chart, so we're almost there. Yeah, it's way behind. That's kind of crazy. Let's see. I'm about to do it. Let's see. AVAX BTC. Okay. Not exactly the greatest, but we do have some pop-ups. It's not just straight line down. And we have held the lows from 2020. So, not terrible. Not terrible for AVAX. Let's see. BCH. Bitcoin Cash BTC. Not great. See, lots of weakness. LTC BTC. Also, not the greatest. Even though I do love my Litecoin. It's not the greatest. There we go. This is funny. LBC is the green screen and possibly another wall downstairs now. In between your Wi-Fi router, your modem, and your computer could be getting refraction on the Wi-Fi signal. Is the green screen and possibly another wall downstairs now in between your Wi-Fi router? Well, I moved my Wi-Fi router, back to the side that it was on before I moved my desk,